Well, in other news tonight, the Democratic convention in Chicago is just about 89 days away. We are learning more about Wisconsin's role.
Today, Democrats provided members of the media with a preview at the United Center. Action 2 News will be providing complete coverage of that event, along with the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee, which starts July 15th. Jason Zimmerman was among those invited. Today, he's in Chicago now with Your Voice, Your Vote coverage.
For Democrats in Chicago, it's a chance to show off the city this August. But it's Wisconsin delegates who might have the bigger spotlight during the 4 days of the DNC convention.
I hope that Wisconsin journalists will travel to Chicago and cover the convention for their home audiences.
State Party Chair Ben Wickler says 95 delegates will be making the trip to represent Wisconsin, and this includes a number of elected officials. Who might have a chance to take the stage is still being decided.
Decisions about speakers always happen closer to the convention, so I haven't heard rumblings yet. But my hope and my belief is that Wisconsin will have a significant presence in the convention, in the programming, and Wisconsin voters will know how powerful their ballots will be if they treasure freedom and democracy in this country.
At the United Center Wednesday morning, National Party Chair Jamie Harrison was among those addressing the media. For Democrats, the biggest challenge will be to energize the base to overcome recent polling in several key swing states, showing President Biden either behind or tied with former President Donald Trump.
This convention will inspire Democrats to get involved and to get engaged. It will inspire independents to see our aspirations for a better nation. It will inspire young Americans.
The party also preparing for the possibility of protesters hoping to disrupt the convention just outside the Secret Service perimeter set up surrounding the United Center. If you're a Wisconsin Democrat looking to go, the party is accepting applications through Friday. For at-large delegates, around 40 people will be selected. You can apply at wisdems.org. Reporting in Chicago, Jason Zimmerman, Action 2 News.